Well, this is a little different, and it's sort of related to my other show, but I've really enjoyed some of the new shows lately that are very sort of not so much anti-religion, but showing religion in a different light. And they're very interesting. And the two ones I'm going to talk about today are by the same comic book company, which is Vertical Entertainment or whatever. That is a side group of DC. And the two shows are Lucifer and Preacher. Lucifer is it's a procedural cop show, but it's still very good, as it's about Satan, who is retired from hell, being sick of being used as God's pawn and just used by him to punish people and be sort of his fall guy for everything that goes wrong. So he left hell and is living in LA. And through a series of events, he ends up meeting a cop and helps her solve crimes as he's trying to figure himself out and trying to figure out his daddy issues, since he wrote the book on daddy issues. And it's really interesting. There's one whole season out now. It's not perfect, and like I said, I'm kind of sick of all these procedural cop shows, but it's a decent test one, because the characters are interesting, the plot's interesting. I'm just not sure why they keep sticking them in when they don't necessarily need it, because a lot of these characters can do great just with the characters. In Preacher, which is a little closer to the actual comic, though this one is sort of more of a prequel, so it's a bit slower, deals with a preacher who gets inhabited by a being or something like that gives him the ability to control minds, sort of. And it's him, his ex-wife or ex-girlfriend, and the vampire go on an adventure. In the comic books, that's where it starts. They, within a few issues, go out and try to find God, who's gone into hiding. In the show, they're not quite there yet. It's slow build up right now, and hopefully it'll pick up, but right now it's sort of, he just got it and he's still trying to figure out what's happening. But I'm enjoying it, and I think they're both good. Yes, they're sort of religious, but they're sort of the right word is irreligious. They're not very, your typical Christian kind of thing. They're more like supernatural, where they use the mythos in their own way that probably will piss off a lot of Christians, especially the ones like my mother who don't like any fantasy or anything that shows God, Jesus, or angels, or anything that isn't 100% biblical. Even if that sort of term doesn't make sense. So, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Tell me if you've seen the shows. Do you like them? Comment down below and check out my other channel, which I'm trying to do reviews. So it's still kind of learning the ropes, so I could use any advice